I ran Berlin Marathon in 2:52:05, and as with every marathon, I've learned something from it. This is a race recap video, so let's dive straight into it. Let's get into the good, the gels, and the ugly. Conditions in Berlin were already quite cool when I arrived there, perfect for the marathon. The week before, I guess it was still quite hot, but now the temperatures had gone down to 10s and even like lower than that. On Saturday, I was prepared to meet another running YouTuber, actually two, Ben Parks. And you have never to come in?
Never, but we will go.
And the mustache runner. Just met Daryl!
Yo, what's going on, you guys? Woo! Nice to meet you.
And was very happy to meet him there. How I couldn't find any suitable sports drink, but a gel promotion helped me. So after the shakeout run, I was prepared to get some sports drink from a supermarket, but I couldn't find any suitable sports drink in any kind of supermarket there. I went to 3 different ones. So when I was at the last one, there was a cafe beneath it where some kind of rudder gathering was happening at this moment. But then the guy who worked for the promotion there, he came to me with four gels from this brand called Ministry. I think he was holding the promotion for this brand called Ministry. I spelled M-N-S-T-R-Y. He gave me those gels and I asked him what's inside it, and he said that's almost exactly the same as Morton. It's just like more fluid and it tastes like mango, and I love mango. And he gave me those gels and said you can just dissolve in water, put it in half a liter of water, 1 gel, and it will be the same as a sports drink. So race day comes and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and couldn't get a good night's sleep anymore. It was 5 hours before the actual race. Ate my breakfast, went to my usual morning walk just around the route, just like I was staying just like at kilometer 30 or 32. And so it was just basically going outside the house, walking for 500, 600 meters and back, just soaking up the atmosphere of the day, feeling the temperatures, things I like to do before a race. Took my own bottles, was prepared to get to the point where you drop them to the bottle service point. I was not prepared at how many people in Berlin use the own bottle service. At that point, when I saw the bottles in all kinds of sizes, colors and shapes, I was pretty sure that I wouldn't find my bottles around the route at all, but boy was I wrong. So now I'm standing on the starting line, the gun goes off, the music starts. People are starting to move towards the starting line. And the first 5K, they were spot on. I think they were at like 19:53, 19:54. We were running 3:58 minutes per kilometer pace, and I was feeling good. My heart rate was at 152 beats per minute on average, and it really felt like going for a nice jog on a Saturday morning. I had my GoPro with me and it started to annoy me a little bit because I wanted to focus on the race itself. So I guessed that if I can find my sister who was supposed to wait at kilometer 10 and give her the GoPro, I couldn't find her because I really underestimate the masses of crowds who were standing left to right. So no chance that I would have met her there. And when I was looking around, I actually lost my group. I was a bit sad that I lost my group, but otherwise I was feeling fine. I was feeling good. I took my gels at kilometer 5, 10, 15. I knew that I fueled well until this point. I found my bottles at kilometer 5. It was no problem finding them. They were spaced out in a really good way. I knew how they looked, and there was just one thing I would do different, probably in a couple of years when I run the next Berlin Marathon. I would make them a little bit taller with some kind of handle so that they would be easier to grab in motion. It was smooth sailing until the half marathon mark, and by that point I reached a heart rate of 170. Not exactly a point where I wanted to stay at this point. Kilometer 30 to 35 were way too hard, and at the time I couldn't see it because I was so excited by the crowds and I let the excitement really build up way too much in me at the time. But when the task was to indulge 1 gel I ran hard. I tried too many things at the same time, running hard and eating fast. And my heart rate at that point was in like at kilometer 36, 35 at 182, reaching its peak of the whole race. And all happened very fast. I just felt that something wants to come up again, and then I just ran to the side and threw up. And yeah, when I crossed the finish line, I was pretty disappointed. At any other race this year, I would have DNF'd, but this time my mind was stronger than the will to stop and just let it be. So what are the key learnings from this marathon for my future running? Number one, stay focused. I need to practice focus even more because I noticed that I'm a runner who likes to communicate with the crowds, giving high five to kids and so on. When it comes to the harder kilometers, like beginning kilometer 30, it's really important to stay at pace and really nail the focus, really nail the splits, because if you're going a little bit too hard, all the other things, comes crashing down like a card house. Learning number two, take your time with gels and fluids, not only during the race, but also already during the training. And I speak from experience here because I hate gels. I mean, who doesn't? They're gibbery, they're much too sweet. And if you're at kilometer 35, the furthest thing in your mind is like when you're running, taking another gel in your mouth. And I just wanted to get it over with during the race. And learning number three, strength training really helped me keeping the cramps away during the whole race. So at no point during the race did I feel a cramp, which would have slowed me down. This is something I will need to keep in my training plan for future years because I really feel that this makes such a difference. This was my race recap video for Berlin Marathon 2024. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but if you like this video or if you would like to give me a comment about what you would suggest I should do for making my running just maybe a little bit faster or a little bit more efficient, just drop me a comment and leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel because I really started to enjoy maybe even to make those videos. I don't know in which kind of direction this channel will go in the future. Let's see. We are now at 62, 63 subscribers. I really would like to see the 100. Yeah, let's do this together, right? See you in the next one. Have a good run. Peace.